Is your business stuck because your leadership sucks? If your business is stuck, chances are it's not the market, it's not the economy, it's not your team, it's most likely you. If you can't lead yourself, you're not going to be able to lead others. In this video, I'm going to bring awareness to traits of bad leadership that hold people's businesses back. And I'm going to give you practical steps to transform your leadership. I want to tell you guys a story of bad leadership from your boy. So I hired my video editor, and he was editing things over time, and there was constant mistakes that kept popping up, and I would get upset, I would get frustrated. And at times, I yelled at him. I got mad at him. But then, I started reading Jocko Willink, Extreme Ownership. That book is really good. And I learned that as a leader, you take responsibility for everything that happens. So I had to make a change. I looked at myself in the mirror and asked myself, what was I doing good as a leader? What was I doing bad? Well, I didn't lead my editor correctly because he didn't understand the vision of how we wanted to create content. There was no clear step-by-step plan and process to execute on what I wanted him to do. So it wasn't the employee was being bad. It was my lack of vision, communication, lack of systems that created confusion in his mind, which ultimately caused frustration in my mind. Right? I wasn't leading him properly. Now, I want you to think about a team maybe you've been part of, maybe you've witnessed it with your own eyes. A team that had no vision, there was no clear goal, there was no clear process. How was the leadership in that team? Maybe you were part of it. How do you think the leadership was? 99% of the time, it's not great when there's no vision. Leadership isn't about having a title. It's about taking responsibility for everything that happens in the business so your business doesn't get stuck. Now let's break down the 5 traits of bad leadership and how it might be sabotaging your business. Number 1, lack of vision. In Proverbs 29 verse 18, it says, where there's no vision, the people will perish. If you don't have a vision for your team, they are not going to be successful because there's no direction. They don't know what they're striving for. Get it? Strive for. But they don't know what they're working towards. If you don't have a vision, there's no plan. If you don't have a plan, how do you expect for you to scale your business? The solution to that is to define and communicate your vision clearly and consistently to your team. Sometimes they need a little bit of a reminder of why they're doing what they're doing. When you have your monthly meeting or quarterly meeting, remind them about the vision. If the vision is changing or you're adapting it, let them know so they're on the same path. Number 2, poor communication skills. This is so important as a leader to make sure your team's on the same page. If there's conflicts, you should be able to address that head on. You should not be scared of confrontation.
Attention, home service pros. Are you struggling to scale your business? Hi, my name is Kelvin Tata, CEO of Strive for Sales, where we help contractors scale their business with 4 pillars of growth. Number 1, marketing management. Number 2, technology implementation. Number 3, sales training. Number 4, mental and physical fitness. My team and I will walk you through all these tools and support you through the process of growing your business. Click on the link below to join our free private community. And as a bonus, you get access to our Close It or Lose It course.
If there's conflict between two people on the team, sit them down and have a conversation and how it's going to be solved. Or maybe someone needs to be let go. Your team should feel comfortable enough to have a conversation with you about something that they might not like or something that's bothering them. That's what a true leader cultivates. An environment where people feel comfortable, where people are not scared to maybe challenge authority in a respectful way. Any leader who avoids confrontation is going to create confusion. If you don't know how to communicate standards, boundaries, what you expect from the team, what they should expect from you, it's going to create confusion because people don't know what you're going to be doing, how you're going to act, how you're going to approach them, and you won't know how to measure the progress and success of your team if you're not able to communicate boundaries, standards, goals, and the team culture. Number 3, micromanaging. When you micromanage people, they feel like you don't trust them. Think about it for yourself. Someone gives you a task and they're constantly watching over you over every single thing you do. You're going to feel like they don't trust you to execute and get it done. So as a leader, you have to teach your guys how to self-lead. And they're going to see that through you and how you coach them and how you train them and how you talk to them. Do you believe in them? Do you believe that they can get things done on their own? Or are you watching every single thing they do? When you have somebody that believes in you, you actually take initiative. It makes you go harder on the task that you've been given. So as a leader, if you think about that for yourself, you believe in your individuals on your team, on the specific roles that you've assigned them. You know they can get it done. You have the trust in them. You have the belief in them to execute. They're going to go harder for you because they have the trust of their leader. Number 4, avoiding accountability. I'm going to say this once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. You've heard me say it before. As a leader, everything is your fault, even if it's not your fault. You still got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, what could I have done better in this situation? What does this mean? This trains your brain to be always thinking solution-based. If you're always pointing fingers at everyone else, pointing fingers at external factors, and it's never your own fault, you're never taking accountability for the issues that are going on, you're not the leader. Leaders model accountability. And when your team sees you take accountability for everything, they're going to start modeling that behavior in their lives. Because you're leading by what? By freaking example. And you're not a crybaby. And you're not always blaming everybody about everything. You take accountability. You take charge. You take initiative. And you lead them. Number 5, resistance to change. If you're refusing to adapt, it's going to kill your business. I can already think about an example in my head right now. Technology. A lot of you guys who are older, especially in the home service industry, you don't want to adapt to content. You don't want to adapt to the new form of marketing or the technology implementation. And if you don't adapt, you're going to be left behind. It's not just in business, it's in every area of life. You have to adapt. The environment changed, people change, times change, government change, businesses change, the economy changes, you're experiencing it right now. So you gotta be quick to adapt. You gotta be up to date in how business is going in different areas, how business is now run in the economy, how people are buying. adapt to the new form of sales, new form of marketing. That way you're preparing your team for what's coming. You're staying ahead of the curve. And the more you adapt, the more you practice that skill of adapting, even if something comes up that you may not be prepared for, just because you have that skill of adaptation, you're going to be better suited to handle that situation. So it's not a one-time thing. It's a lifelong thing. It's not only in your business, it's in your relationship. It's in your friendships. If you like this video and you want to be surrounded by savage leaders, join our free Facebook group. The link is below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Share it with a friend. God bless. I hope you have an amazing day.